Hey everybody, welcome back to another rendition of High Ground Gaming. We have Jared here. Jared, welcome on the channel. We've had you, this is your how many time?
This should be the fifth game here.
Fifth game here. So yeah, really excited. Don't get to play Stormcast very often, to be totally honest. So I always enjoy playing against Stormcast. I learn something new every time. But I'm really excited to see your list on the table. I got Beast of Chaos. So we're gonna both. I'm gonna come from the ground.
And I'm going to come from the heavens.
You're going to come from the heavens. We'll meet somewhere here in the middle. And today I do want to shout out, it's the Lions game today. This is a Thursday recording. This is how passionate I am about recording for you guys. I'm a huge Lions fan. I'm going to be getting updates from Big Mike as he shouts them out as we're playing. But really excited for that game. So hopefully when you see this, the Lions are another win ahead against Green Bay. So, but looking forward to this matchup. What are you most excited about to see on this?
I've been toying with this army type of list for a while. It's got a lot of defense, which Stormcast is heavily armored normally.
Yeah.
This kind of like almost doubles down on that.
Yeah.
With a surprising amount of board control and damage output too.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously these sectors over here are a little scary. I probably don't want to engage with them until like round 3, which probably isn't gonna happen. So
no, 12-inch movement with rerolling charge and a 10-inch move with 12-inch D3 mortals.
Yeah.
They should get to whatever I want them to fight when they.
So it'll be interesting. It's really going to be a game of who picks to go where and when and how, because we both can start. You can start with your whole army off the table, or just half? Okay, I can start with my whole army off the table if I need to, but it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a fun game, and we're excited to have you. So don't forget, we do have a tournament coming up. It's going to be December 2nd. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be another one day. We are hosting it at a local game store called Gatekeeper Games in Berkeley, Michigan. It's always a good time there. They do have a bar there. So it's for all ages, but 21 and up can drink at the event. So if you are from Michigan, come on out. If you're not from Michigan, fly down here. It'll be totally worth the fee and the good times you're going to have. But we look forward to seeing everybody there, and look forward to the carnage that's about to take place.
Let's smash some goats.
Smash some goats. Let's send you back to the skies.
Sure. I'll take a couple with me when I go.
I'm sure you will.
Alright, this is my Stormcast Eternals, Hammers of Sigmar, Scions of the Storm. Grand strategy is Overshadowed, Triumph is Inspired, comes in at 1970 out of 2,000 points. My general is the Lord Castellan with his Griffhound. He is got the Arcane Tome artifact and is the Master of Magic. Joining him is Astra Soulbright with the spell Celestial Blaze. We also have a Lord Imperatant to help with striking from the storm. Lastly, a Knight Incanter with the spell Hoarfrost, and that nice Voidstorm scroll to auto-unbind the spell once per game. Starting off the battle line, because I'm Hammers of Sigmar, I have 4 Dracothian Guard Concussors. And my other 2 battle line units are 2 units of 5 Vindictors, each with a Vindictor Prime and the Azerite Signifier. We have a unit of 3 Annihilators with the Shield. I have a unit of 3 Prosecutors with the Celestial Hammers. All paired weapons, no special weapons, just 1 Prosecutor Prime. Lastly, we have 6 Evocators on Dracolines with the Prime in there, no special weapons. This all comes out into 2 battalions, 1 Battle Regiment, and a Vanguard battalion that includes the Prosecutors and our Knight Incanter.
Alright, I'm really excited. We're back with some Beast of Chaos. So I am doing All Herd, which is just, doing death better than death. So basically at the end of each battle shock, I'm going to get D3 plus 3 units back of pretty much my whole battle line, which is really exciting. And then I'm also doing the grand strategy Desecrating Brayherd, which is just going to mean I need 2 objectives at the end of the game, and Brayherd need to be on it, which is almost my whole army. And then I have my Triumph Indomitable, which I'm not going to get today because I am 1990. Alright, and my general for today is a Doom Bowl, and he's going to be having that Slitherwreck helm, which is going to give him fight last to somebody on a 2-up when he charges, as well as the command trait Bestial Cunning, which is going to let 1 unit drop from the sky within 7 inches, which is always nice because I get +1 from dropping from the sky out of ambush. And then that is my Here we got our Beast Lord. He is going to be the head of my Warlord Battalion. And here, you don't leave home without him. We got not 1 Great Bray Shaman, not 2 Great Bray Shaman, not 3 Great Bray Shaman, but 4 Great Bray Shaman. 1 with Horrorfrost, 1 with the artifact, the Bray Blast Trumpets, which is going to let me bring in 10 Gores from off the board from ambush under the ground. And then he also will have Stranglethorns. We will have 1 with Wild Rampage and 1 with Tendrils of Atrophy. And then I got one of my favorite battle line units in the Beast of Chaos list, a unit of 20 Gores and another unit of 20 Gores. And then I'll have 10 that come in from ambush from my from my artifact. So total of 50 Gores in this list. So I'm pretty excited to come out of ambush and start whacking. And then I'll have 20 Ungor Raiders that will be hiding in the shadows of ambush. That will also be able to shoot from off the table once per game, which is pretty cool. So they can shoot guys up from the edge of the board. And then once they come in, then they can shoot again, which is pretty cool. But I'll have 20 of them. I have 1 unit of 6 Bulgors. These guys are going to be my chosen to come down within 7 of any unit, which is going to be nice. They're going to get +1 from coming from ambush. They'll get another +1. So really I just need to make a 5-inch charge, which is really exciting because they slap as long as they go first, which is pretty guaranteed coming from the ambush. And last but not least, we always save the greatest champion of all. He has the most war battle scars, battle stories. It's your one, it's your only, it's Mr. Bucket. He's coming, he's got his hand stuck in a bucket, he does damage, and we're excited to give -1 to save to everybody around. Alright, we are playing the Ice Fields. In this, the players, each time a unit runs, it suffers D3 mortal wounds. When you make a charge roll for a unit for each dice that shows 1 before modifiers, it also suffers D3 mortal wounds. Victory points will be score 1 point if you control 1 objective, score 1 point if you control 2 or more, score 1 point if you control more objectives than your opponent, and then score 2 victory points if you completed your battle tactic. Each player will score 3 for their grand strategies. We have 5 rounds, and I look forward to seeing what we get. So we're going to set up, and we will see you guys soon. Alright, we are deployed, and as you can see, we have a very scary line here. Tell us about kind of your drop and kind of your thoughts on your drops.
So, I dropped my 2 Vanguard units and all my wizards on the table so that I can get the buffs when I go into my hero phase. But all of the cavalry and the winged guys move 12. The concussors move 10 but shoot 12. So it's a very, very fast offensive line that just wants to be on the board to buff themselves in my hero phase that first turn. So I can get a whole bunch of defensive or offensive buffs in turn 1 by having them set up. And then I drop stuff from the heavens to secure more objectives or protect a flank when I need to.
Yep. And then as he was dropping one at a time and he had to switch off, I was just ambush, 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 ambush until the very end. I put my little hero here and my wizard over here. So he had choice of who goes first, and he decided to give me the first turn to stop me from having a double, which I commend, and I actually think that's definitely the right choice. Yeah. And now I have to make the decision on who to bring in on turn 1, or if I bring in anybody. So
right, because I can go and I could set up all my defensive buffs, castle up to the middle where everybody's in range, but this way they're getting their ward save right now. I'm set up to receive it the best I think I can with his couple of units, he's not nearly as threatening on turn 1.
And the fact of the matter is, I have no rend right now, so even if I do charge into you, you're like, what, 2-up save across the board, 3-up
I
save?
can make him down to a 3-up, ignoring rend 1 or a 2-up.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think that's the right choice, and I got some decisions ahead of me to make, see where I put some guys on this table. So we'll be back after our hero phase. Alright, so for my first turn, I am going to take Intimidate the Invaders. That is going to have more units outside my territory than inside my territory. And as you saw, I only have 2 guys in my territory, which means I need to get 3 summoned on the other side. Hopefully my Shaman can roll a 2+, because that'll bring in my 10 free gores, which I can use to hopefully get this battle tactic and not have to throw away 3 units. Maybe I can just throw away 2 of my real units. But we're going to see what we can do. Alright, for my hero phase, I rolled a 6 on my wizard. I was tempted to use a primal dice, but then I figured I'd rather use it to stop Jared's spellcasting later, because we both have one, so I didn't want to waste it, because he's going to probably just die anyway, so bye-bye.
I did roll my 10 to unbind his wizard from my encounter, just being within 30.
Yep.
I got my command point on my 4-up, and I chose to give my Antorian Locus, or my Antorian Focus, a command point to Astra Soulbright. You failed to get yours on your Beast Lord.
Yes, I failed. He's not very good at speeches. So I'm going to have to use one of my actual command points to auto-run him to grab my next objective here, so we can be tied in objectives.
Well, he has no audience, you know.
He has nobody to talk to.
Audience, he might...
That's true. We're going to bring him an audience. He will have an audience. They're going to be really far away, but he will have an audience. So we will be back after movement, where it'll get a lot more interesting than what my board looks like. So we'll be back after the ambush. Alright, so I came from the ambush, I shot him up here, ended up killing 1 guy.
Yep.
So killed 1 guy with those shots after the 2 mortal wounds. Then I brought in my bow boys and I shot him again, trying to kill 1 more guy left, but he's got left on 1 wound. So I failed that there. That I was trying to get done. I will have more outside of my territory, which is nice, as long as I don't get tempted to charge here, which I'm not now that I realize my battle tactic. But yeah, we will keep it there. I'm gonna score 1, 2, and 3. I will also get my battle tactic for having 3 outside and 2 inside, and
so you get a 4-point turn.
So that would be a 4-point turn because I hold equal amounts. So we'll be back with Stormcast turn 1.
Alright, Stormcast, we're going to do Let Into the Maelstrom for my battle tactic. I'm going to try and get 1 extra command point. I might rally and see if I can bring back an evocator. I've got an abundance right now. I've got 5 right now anyway. But I'm going to use my Warding Lantern and my 4 spells to try and buff my units defensively and get some offense ready. And I'll try and eliminate these guys in the backfield, just so I don't have to deal with them later. Alright, hero phase. Pretty successful. I got my evocators buff off, but that was stopped. I tried to rally them with the free command from my general. Didn't roll that 1/6 because that would have been really slick. But I did get my -1 to hit bubble off Soulbright. I got my Mystic Shield onto the concussors. And my general has an Arcane Bolt that he can blow up into the wizard or the unit in the back here. So, pretty good start. I also gave +1 save to my evocators on Dracoline from the Lantern. So, sitting pretty nice defensively buffed.
I'd say. Yeah.
So, well,
yeah, he auto-cast his last spell. I was waiting for the unbind,
yeah.
And then he rolled his extra dice and got a 6. But he already rolled 6.
A 9 and might as well use my last primal dice because I can't fail.
I saved up 2 just to stop that spell, too.
Yep, nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
So, we'll be back after movement.
On to the movement phase.
Alright, so we moved our cats to surround Soulbright to get have that -1 to hit buff if you do go into them. Decided to send our prosecutors over to deal with the raiders in the corner, and our battle line concussors and Castellant over here to make the charge. I've also got this charge to see if I can eliminate the shaman over here. I left my incanter in the middle so he can unbind everywhere, but there's no more shooting besides his corner threats, so they don't need to surround him. So I figure if I can get rid of one more shaman, that's one less spell. I'm wholly within 12 of all the objectives to maintain my ward save. The only ones that won't be is my prosecutors, but go ahead and send stuff after the prosecutors in the corner. They'll die and then come back. So we did shoot and kill 2 of the raiders, but I've got a 3d6 charge. Should be.
I tried to pull 2 guys out of range to make it a little harder, but yeah, it's not going to do much.
I don't think it's going to help much. He has no command points for redeploy, so I'm making short charges over here, and I'll just make sure that I pile into the shaman without killing him to achieve my battle tactic.
Cool.
We're going to start with the Vindictors. Try to make a 9. They get an 8. The banner does not give them +1. So
too bad they didn't come from ambush.
Stormcast don't get a whole lot of buffs. I'm not going to re-roll that because this is a much easier one, and I don't want to fail this. So
yeah, it's an important one.
Concussors. They get a 7.
Is it a single one that takes D3? Or is it?
They will take D3 for 1, which they will ward on a 6.
And actually, he ran, and we completely forgot to do it for this guy. So let me do D3 to him. So he'll take 2 mortals. Completely forgot about that until I saw the 1, and I was like, oh yeah.
We got a 7-inch charge for them. Our Castellan getting an 8, so he is good. And then the big 3d6 in the corner. They will take 1 D3 mortal wounds, but they got a 9.
Get you there? Sure.
9 should. They'll take 1, which they ward.
Just go over them.
Nope. So 9 should get me there because they were within 9 from the back guy.
Yeah, you're good.
So we'll show you where the movement finishes.
And we'll be back.
Alright, so Concussors murdered the Gores. Chose to
with
leave.
a passion.
The mounts didn't even have to fight. I left the shaman there so I could achieve my battle tactic and made him choose between my Castellant or my Concussors. He chose to just sit in the middle and maybe run away. The Ungor Raiders pillow fist 2 wounds that I saved with my prosecutors. They only killed 3 back, but he does have a battle shock.
I do have battle shock. So I lost 5. Whatever I rolled, that many run. Shit.
5 more. There we go. There's half the unit gone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 run. And then is there any other battle shock you have to take? No.
Nope.
You didn't have battle shock for these guys, right? They probably
They are
have battle
too
shock.
brave to lose
After one guy. Okay. I will have my all hurt ability, so I will bring back 3 plus D3 of my bow boys. So 4. So come here.
That loss is 6. I'll take it.
3 and 4. And then we will go ahead into a roll off. How many points do you score? You score 5.
I score
right?
5. I actually now control this one. I control 5 of the 6.
Yep, all of them.
So.
Okay. We will roll off. This is a big roll off. 3.
2.
Oh, it almost stopped on a 5 and it rolled out. Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to decide because I now will have 1 rend, and it makes me wonder if I take it or I give it to you to just kill the rest of my stuff and bring stuff on. So give me a second to think, and we'll be right back. All right, so I ended up deciding to take turn 2. If I didn't take turn 2, I would give him the turn. He would just auto score another 5 points. So it'd be 10-4, and then I'd have to claw my way back, and he'd probably castle up in the middle, which would mean my coming in on the 9 of the board edge would kind of be hurt a lot. by him being near the board edges right now, it's giving me some leeway to make these charges right now. But once he gets in the middle of the board and just tags like a circle, I think I'd be kind of screwed. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. My heroic action, I'm going to do D6 mortal wounds from off the board. I'm going to try to hit the concussors, I believe. Going to try to hit the concussors for D6 mortals with one of my wizards off the board. Then my other heroic action will be an extra command point, and I will probably give it to this guy. You can't see him, but I'll probably give it to one of the guys on the board. And then I'm gonna go bait and trap. I'm going to retreat 2 units, and then I'm gonna charge 2 units this turn. So they do not have to be on the board when you choose them. So I'm gonna bring some dudes in and hope I make my charges. So that's what we got. We're looking. All right, you guys. So this is why I play Khorne. I failed all my. He didn't have to unbind any of my casts. I just failed all of them. So no cast for me. And yeah, so we're going to be moving on to the movement phase.
You failed to heal your...
I also failed to heal this guy.
I didn't get an extra command point, which I would have used for an extra bonus rally. A lucky 6 on the evocators would be nice, but again, I don't really need it. So, didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, so we'll see what I bring in this turn at the end of movement, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're back. I have brought on my wizard here as wild rampant something. I have the Gores come up. Hopefully I have an 8-inch charge. Got my general here. Hopefully I can make a charge, make them fight last. So I need an 8 with him. I have a 5-inch charge here because they came within 7. Really need to delete this unit so he gets some of this power off the board because it's absolutely terrifying. This guy is just going to get murdered. So good work, way to retreat. Hopefully I get my battle tactic. I need to make 2 charges. So here we go on the 2 charges. I got a lot of different options, so hopefully I can make it. So we will start. I'm going to start with the Bulgors because those are the most important ones that need to charge first. So need a 5, show a 5. So here we go.
There you go.
11. Yeah, I think 11, 12, 13 will do it. So that'll be a 13. And then we will try the Gores. Actually, we'll try the my general. See if I can get that fight last trigger to happen. On a 2-up if I get a big roll. Need an 8.
Get another 11.
Get an 11. All right. I'll actually move him because it kind of matters on. So 11, 12. So that'll be a 12. So he's going to come here. And then on a 2-up, they fight last. Yep, so they'll fight last. And then I will charge with my Gores. I get a 13.
All right.
All right. Yes. And then I'll also charge with the Beast Lord. Whatever. I'll just leave the Beast Lord out. I don't...
I'm already fighting last. You don't need him to activate somebody else.
Yeah, but he's still extra damage before you get to fight me. Because you'll get to activate that guy. So that matters. And he's like buffed to the wazoo.
Oh, jeez.
So I'll charge. He'll get 6. No bonuses. So he'll get in. So I'll just tuck him next to my general. Alright, and then that's it for charges. Which I'll get my 2 charges. And then I'm going to move everything off camera so you don't have to sit here and watch me. And we'll be right back. Hey everybody, we are back. So yeah, a lot of really hard. So that -1 to hit
kept her alive.
Kept her alive through my Bulgor's swing, which made me then have to put everything from my general into with a -1, which just got through to kill it. But I did kill 2 from the Bulgor's charge and attack. But that one -1 until I got through that, and then I only could get 4 guys into combat due to all the awkwardness here. So
yeah, Evocators swung back with Soulbright swinging into the Bulgors because she didn't have to fight last. I almost piled her out of the 2-inch reach of the spear, but she was at like 1.5 inches. That's what got her. But they killed 3 Bulgors, and the Beast Lord is dead after my lightning arc. He survived on 1 wound before that, but did kill him there.
I did end up getting 5 guys back on my bow boys, which was nice. So now I have a full unit back. So that's nice. None of these guys lost any models, so I didn't get to bring any of them back. But I did lose. He did kill my Beast Lord, so that was kind of big. So
yeah, we did each use command point for Inspiring Presence on the Bulgors and Evocators.
Yes.
But I still have 1 remaining going into the turn. You're down to none, but your general's now on the board.
So I will get 1 on your turn.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna go into Stormcast.
Overall, 4-point turn though.
4-point turn.
BCS.
Yep, 4-point turn. So it is 8 to 5. Yeah, it's gonna be a scary turn though, because you're kind of free to go around with those concussors. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, a little worse off over there than I was hoping, but some massive charges getting to Soulblight hurt. I do still have 3 casts. I'm gonna do Intimidate the Invaders because I can bring in 2 units and run my Encanter to get across the board, and that'll give me 4 to 3 because these 3 are not gonna get out. Well, we had 3 primal dice to use, so Brad used it to stop all my magic.
This is the no magic game.
I shined my light on the concussors to give them +1 to save for the turn. Again, we're going to see what we can kill and get stuff into combat so I can eliminate some more options for him, but we're going to see how this movement phase goes. I'm going to bring in some more stuff and try and dish out some damage.
Yeah, excited to see what happens.
Show you where it ends up.
All right, we'll be back after movement.
All right, shooting phase. Okay, not great. Concussors, mortal wounded the shaman over here, and did 2 mortals to our Bulgors. Our Annihilators came down, did a mortal wound to them, and some damage to the Gores. Prosecutors finished off the shaman because he did live with 1.
Paul? Shaman Paul?
Threw a Stormcaller baton at the shaman on the other corner, did 1 damage to him, so he's weakened. Now we got some charges. I did choose to retreat my Evocators. They could throw mortal wounds, but they could also die to the boss there because they're not likely to kill him on his finest hour. So just made sense to keep him back. So charges, we're going to go the Annihilators. And they can re-roll this. Foot. They are going to re-roll it. They're going to get it with a 9.
There you go.
So they will do the Blazing Impact when they do. But we'll figure that out and roll that off. Concussors are going to go. They're getting an 8, which will get them into the Bulgors. So we will take that. Our Vindictors over here are going to also charge. 1 more Shaman dead is another Shaman dead, and I'll take an 8. That gets them well in. So, kind of want. We're going to try and roll 1 for the Lord Imperatant. Oh, he gets the 10. We're going to send him into the Shaman in the corner.
Did you get there?
He was 9 inches away when I set him up.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll go there. That's the easy one. Well, these guys got their... that. So we'll complete the Concussors and the Annihilators and let you know when combat's done.
Yep, we'll be back.
So, killed everything we fought and wanted to. Didn't lose any models, but decided not to engage his general or the Gores. And because of that, bad math, I don't get my battle tactic, but I control 5 of the 6 objectives. That's probably a mistake on my part, but I think I can come back, especially if I get a double now. He's got no wizards on the board. He's got 1 hero and 2 units, so it's a big roll-off. But I do score 3, making it 8-8.
Yep, and big roll off here. No battle shock, everything was just murdered. Alright,
Yep.
big roll. I got a 2.
6.
You got the
I'm
double.
going to take that double.
Okay, we'll be back.
Alright, so taking the double, we're going to go with Magical Dominance. I know he can get 1 Unbind and possibly stop me, but it's my best chance of doing it now. I don't have any others that I really want to do because I'd have to be out of combat or away from him in all 4 quarters for the Stormcast or try and kill a big unit. I don't know if that's necessarily a good play, but we're going to try and get some spells off, try and maybe bring back some evocators and see what we can do. Alright, so I did change my mind. I'm going to try Draconith Destruction. Use my concussors to try and wipe out the Gore unit of 10 or more models from a starting army. The best chance I got at that, I think they're a bigger threat because they're also one of his battle line units, and I have the damage output, I think, to get them. So we're going to try and go for that as my battle tactic. Try and get an extra command point. I do not get that.
Okay.
And you said you're going to go for willpower?
Be willpower. Extra unbind.
Alright, so shot our mortal wounds from the concussors into the Bulgor Master dude. Did 4 mortals to him. The baton didn't do anything from the Lord Imperator. Hammers took off 3 Ungor Raiders. And we're set up for
big turn.
7-inch charge onto the Gores after a 4-inch redeploy. Couple 3-inch charges or 4-inch charges now after some casualties. And now I gotta see if we can make this 7-inch charge. Hopefully with a big one.
Starting with them?
I start with the concussors.
Yep. Perils.
Failing it, we're gonna
Last
command
camp.
point.
Oh boy.
Getting it with an 8. There we go. So that's a big deal. Alright. We got a very successful turn there. Concussors were able to go in and mop up with 3 guys on the Gores. The Evocators cleared up the Ungor Raiders despite losing a model to Overwatch. They won't have to take Battle Shock. I did use all of my command points and commands and everything to do so. But the board is cleared of Beasts of Chaos right now. And that's pretty good. I get a 5-point turn to go up to 13. And we'll see what Brad can start to claw back with his...
I think we're going to call it there because I only have 2 units left to bring it. 3 units left to bring on. 20 Gores and a Giant. I don't think I can kill you, but
then you're gonna have to come in.
I need to capture 4 objectives just to.
And you'd have to
get
come
ahead
in opposite my biggest threats to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd come over here. I basically put everything over here. Maybe a guy. You're just within 9 of this, so I can't even come on this. So I'd have to come here, and I don't have enough firepower. You can literally just sit on this side of the board. So I think we're gonna call it there. That's game.
Great top of turn 3. That double was bad.
That double was huge. Yeah. Yeah, and these guys killing all my Gores, I thought they'd survive at least with 1 or 2, bringing back at least 3 plus D3, and then he wouldn't get his tactic, and I'd have some kind of shot. But yeah, that's going to be game right there. But it was a great game. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful. Always love seeing your army. It's a beautiful army, and yeah, was this the list you played at the last tournament we had, or?
No. I played some Iron Jaws at the last.
Oh yeah,
tournament.
Iron Jaws. Yeah, with some sweet conversions. He got some really cool conversions of orcs.
They've seen a couple of them, but I have played similar Stormcast list with Evocators and Concussors. I think they're very underutilized, and 6 Evocators now with the new coherency just slap.
Yeah, they slap. Yeah, they're great.
2 of them cleared.
It took a lot for me to get down to 2. I unleashed hell here. I don't know if we talked about that, but I did kill one of them. Felt pretty good, but it was just too much damage for me to overcome.
They still went through.
Looking back on it, I think I should have gave you the turn before I brought on my bodies. That way you would have just killed like my 3 units on the board that didn't mean anything.
Yeah, the other thing was,
and then I would have came
at that time, I was out of range of redistributing my buffs properly.
Right.
So I would have had to re-put some of the buffs up and just been out of using other ones.
Right.
And you would have had to come on with everything to try and start clawing back. But
but at least I would have done it after seeing you put down things and where you're at. Then I would get to respond. But yeah, these guys are great. They're really hard to deal with that. I think killing this guy is really important to cut that off as soon as possible.
Yeah,
so maybe I should have went after him with my my D6 mortal wounds twice and tried to just knock him off.
He's got like 8 wounds, so he's not easy.
He's not easy to kill, but yeah, I mean, that'd be the...
He's giving up his warding lantern at 18 inches for free.
Yep.
I made him a wizard to give out Mystic Shield at 12 inches.
Yep.
So he's giving out 2 different plus
Two different
ones
plus ones. Yeah, tough.
Hero phase to hero phase.
Yeah, that was a great game. I really appreciate coming on. Stormcast takes it, and we'll be in the think tank, see if there's maybe some changes to make to my list, but I really like it. I think I just need to play with it more, get a little more comfortable. I've been playing a lot of Khorne, so gotta get back to the mind games of, especially with 2 armies that come in off the board. Like, instead of me just getting to play that game, I have to also play the game within the game of you getting to do it too. So 2 of us trying to react, and you took it this time. So yeah, great game, and appreciate you coming on. And if anybody ever wants to come on, shoot us some messages. That's something we could definitely look into. We always love playing new people and seeing new armies and new paint jobs. So
if you got armies you want to see on, request it. If you want to see these Stormcast come in and fight something else.
Yeah, if you have specific matches, you're like, hey, me and my buddy always play these 2 armies, and I'd love to see how you guys play it. Send us some lists and some armies, and we'd love to play. But thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to like, subscribe. We appreciate every little bit. I think we need like 6 more at this moment to get to 1,000, which has been our goal for the past couple months. But we're getting there slowly but surely. Hopefully the changes and upgrades that we've made, you guys appreciate them. Keep it up. Keep playing. And the best way to learn is to keep playing. And I learned a lot through this game just by getting my butt kicked today. So but I appreciate it.